Okay, let's talk about brigading.
I think so. For brigading, I think it's very relatable when brigading mentioned about like improving your art, improving your craft. Also, it reminded me of the famous line of Turing that it's not bad drag. It's you just had a bad day. I think that's also like the challenge for every creative. It's like always making sure that what is the next big thing, or if it's not the next big thing, your creative process. I need to do something creative. I need to have something creative.
You know, I've always had, I can't identify it correctly, but I thought it was, oh, she's too perfect. She always makes things out to the T.
Yeah.
And I feel like now she's trying to break free from that, but I still want to see more.
Yeah.
I want to see her take more risks.
Yeah.
And even make a mess out of herself. Something like that. I don't know, maybe I'm expecting too much, or maybe this is the Brigiding that we need to accept. I don't know, but I feel like Brigiding has so much more potential and so much more to give.
I think that's part of her personality too.
Yeah.
That she's very perfectionist. That sometimes perfection borderlines like boredom, bland or like monotony. I'm not saying that brigading is bland or boring, but to the other creatives out there, you know that being perfect sometimes, not having risk, not taking risk.
Yeah.
Not being messy takes the fun out of it, like the spirit of creativity out of it.
Yeah.
And one more thing, they keep mentioning that she lacks brand. But you know what? I disagree. I disagree because what I know that it's a very cutthroat industry, that it's being brought to the mainstream media, like the drag that we have right now, the drag that we're witnessing through RuPaul's Drag Race and Drag Race Philippines and all that. But you know what? Brand, I think, is part like it's a part of the commodification of drag. It's part of like the
Brand is actually a capitalist term.
Capitalist, yeah, it's a capitalist term. It's the like the side effect or like the derivative of capitalism.
It's a profit money making word. Brand. You have to have a brand to sell your brand.
Yeah.
Right? So why are we judging someone's artistry based off of that? I think it's a little bit unfair. And I'm guilty of that.
And also I think it's very contradictory that we always say that drag is an expression of resistance and all that. Drag is a tool to disrupt the norm and all that. But some people who also like claims the same stuff also is like asking for a brand for Brigiding.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's because we're in this cycle. We're still in a world of a capitalist world. And somehow we have to operate under that. But I think discussions like this is very important, you know, so that we keep reminding ourselves that drag actually is not a capitalist point of view in the very first place. We actually started as a resistance for the binary structures that have continued to discriminate us up until now.
And I'm glad you mentioned that too, that we are operating under the system. Because the system, this institution is bigger than us. It also like goes back to the like, oh, Kiki, I think you're being like too high on your pedestal, like saying that we cannot do this and do that, otherwise we conform to the system of capitalism and all that. No, I'm also like calling myself out of this.
Yes.
I'm also calling out myself because we are part of it. We're but victims of the bigger institution.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, we also need to eat as drag queens. So I think the answer is how to navigate that.
Yes.
And yet not forget about who we are.
That's true.
And what we're fighting for.